Cage Minds, we're at Fit NHB. We got Tim Means with us. First off, sir, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Right out of wrestling, so a little tired, a little sweaty.
Next week, there's King of the Cage. The following week, you fight. So what does that do for your camp, having everyone else here getting ready also?
You know, they're up first, so, you know, I feel like I'm helping them get ready at the same time. You know, Steve Hanna and Nico. You know, you have Austin Lewis. You know, I'm probably forgetting some of the guys' names. I don't see a poster set over Terrell. You know, so we have a bunch of guys getting ready. So the gym's hyped up right now. Guys and girls are putting in their time and their sweat, punching that time clock. So they're on track to get their W's and perform.
Does that make it a little more special of an atmosphere, that much intensity with the preparation?
You know, we all have goals in mind, so, you know, we're just showing up, we're getting our work done, we got our coaches on our butts to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So it's just another day in the office. Everybody's on key right now and everyone's helping each other, so it's a good environment.
Back here in the office, back to work. How good has that just been for you over the last 8 weeks? Being able to put some of the USADA stuff, some of what happened behind you, and get back to focusing on what you do, training and improving you as a martial artist.
You know, USADA showed up this morning doing drug tests, so they still make you worry a little bit, even when you're doing the right stuff, or you think you're doing the right stuff. So I'm down to just 3 supplements with some electrolytes, aminos, and then, you know, the recovery or the post or whatever for protein and carbs. So, man, I'm not trying to take no more chances. If I can't get it through mainly food, you know, the aminos and the electrolytes are super beneficial, but if I'm not getting it just in food, I'm not looking at it, you know. So I found out the real shadiness in these supplement companies, how they can just shut down shop, reopen under a new name, ruin people's paychecks. People died from these bad supplements, so it was an eye-opener for me. I got educated on it, and I'm looking to make the best out of it and bring that information and education into the gym and help the guys out here and the ladies out here.
Is the situation yet totally in the past, or there's still other legal workings that you're in the process of?
Yeah, my mouthpiece right now is Howard Jacobs. He's handling the litigation with the manufacturer and all that stuff. So I talked to the 2 of those guys yesterday, Howard Jacobs and the new attorney Dan that's come in. So they're doing what they do. That's their profession. Let them handle it. And all I'm doing is focusing on out wrestling Strickland, because we know he ain't gonna fight me.
Coming up, then we'll get right to it. Back in the cage, UFC 202, Sean Strickland. Is there something special about fighting a fellow former King of the Cage champion?
I think we've always kind of had our sights set on each other. You know, he's the guy, bigger weight. You know, he's a lot bigger than he was now. You know, so I remember him kind of being a bully in King of the Cage, kind of just run through people, ran through Bill Albrecht that shouldn't have been in there with him, but now he's kind of a cupcake. He likes to run, get on his horse, stay away from you. Some people call that patience. I call it scared, you know, so he doesn't like to take a whole lot of chances. And my style is I'm going to get in his face, and I'm going to try to hit his head off whenever he steps back with his chin.
Obviously, looking back through some of his fights, the one loss came against Santiago Pontonavius, and he was able to do that. Come forward, pressure. Strickland doesn't like going backwards. So how much does that just fit into what you do? Because I look back at your last couple fights, Brown, Howard, you don't take many steps backwards.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of something I tried to do a little bit in the Howard fight, was take some steps backwards and be a little more patient with my counter striking. So Howard got a real bad taste of a counter strike from me, and I can throw things loose and with maximum power. Stuff we've been working on in the gym, but Strickland is that one pop shot guy. He might put his head down, throw to get out, you know, kind of quick exchanges to get out, the real quick hooks or whatever. But he's looking to win decisions, and I'm looking to make people talk about the fight when it's done. You know, he wears some little tight shorts. I think he's cut off some of the circulation to his manness, but he doesn't take chances, man. He doesn't mind winning on points, and I don't want to win on points.
He tries to stay long, he tries to stay away, he tries to drag it into the later rounds. Jürgen just basically is going to try to go forward, put him in pressure, and make him fight back.
Yeah, he likes to drag fights in the later rounds, which I think I get better as the rounds go on. So, where I know I get better as the round goes on. So, I'm going to get in his face, I'm going to pressure him, you know, the guy with the fancy name that you said, that beat him with pressure, you know, whatever his name is, super
Brazilian.
fancy. Yeah, he beat him with just pure pressure. You know, I thought Strickland landed some good punches in that fight, but the dude never weathered. He never took a step back. He just stayed in his face, and that is exactly who I am. So I'm excited about this fight. I think the UFC is thinking highly of us here at Fit and highly of myself. First fight back, I'm on the main card for UFC 202. No questions asked. They got me right in there. So I feel good with how the bosses feel about me, and I feel good with how we've prepared for this fight. And I'm just ready to go to Vegas and get it done.
I know you're kind of just a soldier, you take your orders, but was Strickland on your radar, someone that you're possibly thinking you could be facing in this comeback?
You know, Strickland is the win I got to get, and there is a fight on that card that with the win I get my hand raised. I'll be calling out those guys in Vegas in 202. I want the winner of the fight that's on the card with me, and I'll discuss that whenever I win my fight.
And then you were going to be in a main event before this whole USADA thing popped up. Pay-per-view, good enough landing spot for a return that you missed out on a big opportunity?
Yeah, I'm a fire starter, so the UFC is going to put me in their main card, start the fire. You know, back in July last year, it took mine and Brown's fight to get the fight started. I lost that fight, but I got a lot of love from it. I go back and look at that fight, and I could have won that fight many ways. It wasn't my night. So the UFC thinks highly of me. That's why they put me on the main card. So I got to thank those guys. I thank Jeff Ravitsky, who led the charge on finding the supplement that I had. So I think I have good guys in my corner. I have a great team in my corner, and I'm just ready to rock and roll.
I speak for a ton of fans when we say just happy to see you back and that this is all behind you.
Appreciate it.
UFC 202, August 20th. We'll see Tim Means on pay-per-view. Thank you for the time. Thank you for